switch out that XLR.
What's that?
You want to switch out that XLR?
Yeah. You got that solar now?
No, I do not.
Plug there. You can leave the other one there. The one that's taped out, you can leave it. Just tape over it.
So I have 3 XLRs.
Is this one of them?
That's for the speakers.
understand.
It's one of the reasons they delayed it, but I just feel like it was normally, like with the one, I'm on a judge. Get our, but I can't attend because I'm going to Southeast Asia. Well, and so I'm supposed to be licensed active, but they're meeting with 29, and sometime in the very near 26 or 40. Yeah, no. But they should have their reception given the spring. All of this should be done.
We are having a reception. But yeah, I'll go to the reception. Anyway, it was like all the questions.
It's the opposite of me.
I don't like shit.
I don't.
Should have had a long to just talk to you.
Yeah, we got hot stuff.
Too bad, but I
Yeah, Brandon, back to drinking.
Oh, yeah.
This is right here by football.
Football?
Football, Indiana and Miami.
I got Indiana and Miami.
for having a
I think anyway,
class,
let me
but
say,
I
if
think
you're
that,
betting
you know,
Indiana's going to win, but you want to see what Miami's determination is.
talk to them and donuts.
It's extremely hard. So much for yesterday. I was thinking lecture class. It's going to be like yeah, I think
Good morning. How are you?
I understand.
Good morning. Welcome. Thank all of you for being here. My name is Mark Romero. I'm the chair of the University of Louisiana System, and I'll be working closely with Dr. Gallo, who's going to chair this committee. I'd like to welcome, first of all the members of the search committee, and I want to thank you sincerely for your commitment to serve. I think accomplishing success with such a talented group of people will bring a lot of competence and familiarity and interest is destined to bring a good result to all of us. So I'm thankful that all of you are participating in this very important step in the University of Louisiana at Lafayette. Before we begin, I'd like to mention that if any member of the public wishes to comment, you need to complete a public comment card and get it to Dr. Kale or our system staff, which is to your right. Comment cards are located on the table at the back of the room. As well as a courtesy, please turn off your cell phones or other electronic devices to not disrupt this meeting. At this time, I'll ask President Gallo to deliver the invocation and Supervisor Lachevia to deliver the pledge.
Please bow with me. Lord, we thank you for today, a day that we've never seen before, we'll never see again. Lord, we just ask that you guide our hands, guide our minds as we deliberate today and move forward in the search for this amazing University of Louisiana at Lafayette. Lord, please bless everyone here today and provide all that they need to make sure we select the best president, the best leader to take this university forward, because its best days are yet still ahead. Lord, we thank you, we praise you, we love you. In Jesus' name, amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Dr. Kale, at this time, could you please call the roll?
Yes. Dr. Rick Gallo.
Here.
Mr. C. Davison.
Here.
Mr. Lee Jackson.
Here.
Mr. Keith Myers.
Here.
Ms. Maria Nachiva.
Here.
Dr. John Noble. Mr. Dana Peterson.
Here.
Mr. Mark Romero.
Here.
Ms. Christine Russell.
Here.
Dr. Leah Orr.
Here.
Mr. George Antoon. Ms. Kimberly Bilodeau.
Here.
Senator Gerald Boudreaux.
Present.
Mr. Jake DeLone.
Here.
Representative Julie Emerson.
Here.
Mr. Ryan Furby.
Here.
Mr. Bruce Greenstein.
Here.
Representative Dustin Miller.
Here.
Ms. Anyeka Winzapu.
Here.
Ms. Allison Farr.
Here.
Dr. Kip Schumacher.
Here.
Thank you. We have a quorum.
Thank you, Dr. Kale. As we're all aware, mid-year 25, Dr. Sava announced his intention to retire after an extraordinary tenure as president of the University of Louisiana at Lafayette. He served this institution with distinction for 17 years, providing visionary leadership and enterprise, elevating UL's academic profile, research, and community engagement. We're deeply grateful for his service and lasting impact, and thank him for the commitment he gave to this university while here. Our board rules define a framework for appointing members to our search committee, and using that, we have 9 voting and 12 non-voting members that have been appointed to serve this initiative. The 9 voting members include 8 board members, including our student board member, and an individual selected to represent the UL faculty, in this case, Dr. Leah Orr. In addition, system policy allows for the appointment of non-voting advisory members who I think are critical to this selection and the future as the next president takes the helm to lead this university to the next levels. Advisory members provide important perspectives and partake in all discussions and activities related to the search process. However, they do not vote. Our board listens very carefully to their input, and they have a real voice in this process. The advisory members are Mr. George Antoon, Kimberly Bilodeau, Gerald Boudreau, Jake DeLone, Julie Emerson, Ryan Furby, Bruce Greenstein, Dustin Miller, Onyeka Wenzapa, Allison Farr, and Kip Schumacher. The 12th advisory non-voting member is Dr. Rick Gallo, who is President and CEO of the University of Louisiana System. He serves as search committee chair in accordance with our board rules. At this time, I would like the committee members to introduce themselves, starting with Onyeka at my far left.
Hi, everyone. My name is Onyeka Winzapu. I am majoring in biology with a minor in chemistry and sociology, and I am this year's SGA president at the University of Louisiana at Lafayette.
My name is Dr. William Schumacher, and I'm the executive chairman of the Schumacher Group, or the Schumacher Clinical Partners. We see about 10 million patients a year in different facilities around the country. So I've been actively involved in healthcare for many years. About 5 or 6 years ago, my wife and I started a foundation called the Schumacher Family Foundation. And over the last few years, we've really been actively involved in trying to engage people in the community in education and other service-oriented activities for the community.
I'm Bruce Greenstein. I'm the secretary of the Louisiana Department of Health, and until a few months ago, I was a resident of Lafayette. I love this community and this university very much. And by the way, we just opened up our applications for internships at the department. Maybe I could encourage you and any other student.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Kim Bilodeau, and I'm the Director of Career Services at the University of Louisiana at Lafayette. I serve as the president-elect of our newly formed staff council, where I represent over 1,200 staff members across the university.
Good morning. I'm Dustin Miller, state representative from St. Landry Parish, proud graduate of UL nursing program. I'm a nurse practitioner, currently own 5 rural health clinics, and also the chairman of the Health and Welfare Committee in Baton Rouge, so work very closely with Secretary Greenstein pretty often. Just happy to serve on this committee.
Good morning. I'm Dr. Leah Orr, and I'm professor and department head of English at the University of Louisiana Lafayette, where I am serving right now as the president of the Faculty Senate, and I'm also excited to be on this committee.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Maria Nechaeva. I am the Student Government Association President for Southeastern Louisiana University, and I currently serve as the Student Board Member on the Board of the Supervisors, and I'm really excited for this committee. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Mark Romero, chair of the University of Louisiana System, and I'm a very proud alumni of this university.
Please, no applause. Rick Gallo, University of Louisiana System.
Lee Jackson, board member of the Board of Supervisors for the UL System.
Good morning. Christine Russell, board member for the Board of Supervisors, also district attorney for the Parish of Lafourche and director of the Children's Advocacy Center of Lafourche.
Steve Davison, board member from North Louisiana.
Dana Peterson, board member from New Orleans.
Keith Myers, board member from Sunset, Indiana.
Gerald Boudreau, I drive Keith around. Retired Recreation and Parks Director and currently State Senator representing District 24, another proud graduate of this great university.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. I'm Julie Emerson, the state representative from District 39. I live in Karen Crow. I'm a public relations firm. Most importantly, a very proud 2010 graduate of UL.
Yeah, I'm Jake Delhomme. I'm the jock. I started here in 1997 at USL, and my degree is in 1993 at USL, and my degree is University of Louisiana. So I was here for a little bit, not by choice. I had to go and do another job while my window of opportunity was available. Retired ex-football player. I'm one of the voices for the Carolina Panthers. I have my own thoroughbred racehorse business. Proud alumni. Me and my wife. Oldest daughter graduated here a year and a half ago, and I'm proud to say my youngest daughter went to another university down the road, and she is back at UL enrolling in class today.
I'm Ryan Furby. I own a public affairs and marketing firm based out of Lafayette. I've been here for a few years now. I'm also on the boards of Symphony and Ronald McDonald House Charity. And my grandparents met at USL about 60 years ago. So they're the reason I'm here. Thank you.
Allison Farr. I'm the Chief Legal Officer of Acadian Ambulance Service, which started in Lafayette in 1971. We'll be celebrating 55 years in September, and I'm an extremely proud graduate of this university.
Once again, thank all of you for the commitment to serve. I realize fully the commitment that you have to bring and the work that we have in front of us, and can't think of a finer group of people to have the honor and privilege to serve with as we work through and arrive at a very important decision for the future of this university. In the left packet of your binders, you'll find a ULL profile that may prove helpful as we move forward with this work. At this time, I'd like to turn the meeting over to our committee chair, President Rick Gallo.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I want to begin by welcoming all the members of the search committee and thanking each of you for your willingness to serve. I also extend a warm welcome to members of the audience who have taken time to join us as well. This morning, we will outline the framework for the presidential search. Our discussion will include approval of the charge to the committee, review of a tentative timeline, and an overview of the search process itself. I would ask search committee members to refer to the binders provided to you. These binders contain materials that will be important to today's discussion and will continue to be valuable throughout the search process. Please plan to bring them with you to future meetings. Our first order of business is to review the charge to the committee. Please open your binders to tab 2, which outlines the charge. This charge is grounded in our board rules and policies and procedures manual, which are included in tab 3. The charge outlines the core responsibilities of the search committee. Consistent with past practices, the committee is asked to recommend at least 2 candidates to the board for consideration, although the committee may choose to recommend more or less. The board will ultimately select the next president at a special called meeting. The committee is also charged with defining a procedure and timeline for the search. While a tentative timeline has been developed, it is important to note that timelines can evolve as searches progress, and we will discuss this in more detail shortly. A key responsibility of the committee is to visit the campus and obtain public input. This includes listening carefully to faculty, students, staff, alumni, and community members. In particular, we are interested in learning what qualifications are essential for the next president to be successful, as well as hearing perspectives on the most important priorities the new president should address. The committee will screen applicants, conduct reference checks, and interview qualified candidates. Semifinalist interviews will be conducted here on the campus and will include multiple opportunities for engagement with campus and community stakeholders. The search committee will conduct open interviews during this phase of the process. At this time, I would ask if there are any questions regarding the charge to the committee. If there are no questions, I will ask for a motion and second to accept the charge as modified for the UL Lafayette Presidential Search Committee.
So moved.
Moved by...
Second.
We need voting members to... my apologies. We need...
So moved.
Moved by Peterson,
Second.
second by Davison. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. It is approved. And again, my apologies. Only the voting members can make the motions and vote. Next, please turn to tab 4 in your binders, which provides an overview of the search process. In summary, the process includes the following steps: the selection of the search committee, which has already been completed, soliciting feedback from the campus and broader community to help us better understand key issues and desired leadership characteristics, discussing the position advertisement, screening and selecting applicants for interviews, conducting on-campus interviews, and ultimately recommending candidates to the board. The process itself is straightforward, and we are committed to maintaining transparency at every step. I would now draw your attention to the tentative timeline included in tab 5. The next phase of the search involves the advertising and promotional period, during which we will receive applications and expressions of interest. Following that phase, the committee will reconvene to select candidates for interviews. We anticipate returning to campus later next month to interview the semifinalists. The current timeline reflects the board making its selection at a special board meeting on February 27th in Baton Rouge. I want to emphasize that this timeline is tentative. Searches often evolve and may require adjustment as circumstances change. The timeline will be reviewed regularly and updated if needed. At this time, are there any questions or concerns regarding the search process or tentative timeline? If there are none, I will ask for a motion and second to accept the search process and timeline for the University of Louisiana at Lafayette presidential search.
So,
Moved by Supervisor Nachiva and seconded by Supervisor Jackson. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. Our next item is a brief discussion of the position advertisement. The advertisement has already been published on the University of Louisiana system website, as well as on the websites of Inside Higher Education, Diverse Issues in Higher Ed, Women in Higher Ed, and the Chronicle of Higher Education. A copy of the advertisement is included in your binders under tab 6. The advertisement provides an overview of the position, information about the university and community, and instructions on how candidates may submit application materials. The preferred date for receipt of letters of interest and curriculum vitae is February 11th, 2026. At this time, are there any questions or comments regarding the advertisement? Okay. All right. Now we'll move on into the public forum portion of today's meeting. Our board rules require that we hold a public hearing as part of the presidential search process, and this forum provides an opportunity for public input. We are here today to listen to faculty, students, staff, alumni, and members of the community. Your input is vital as we work to identify the best possible leader for the University of Louisiana at Lafayette. In particular, we are interested in hearing your perspectives on the qualifications that are essential for the next president to succeed, as well as top priorities you believe the new president should address. This forum is not intended to be a dialogue with the search committee, nor is it intended to promote or advocate for any specific individual. Our purpose is to listen and learn about qualifications, leadership characteristics, challenges, priorities, and opportunities facing the university. Your comments will be valuable throughout the search process, especially as the committee interviews candidates in later stages. Please note that today's comments will be recorded and posted on YouTube and linked through the UL system website so that applicants, nominees, and other interested parties may review them. We also encourage you to visit the UL System website for additional information and updates regarding the search. For those who wish to submit written comments, an email link is also available for that purpose. At this time, I'll turn it over to Dr. Janine O'Rourke, System Provost, who will facilitate the public hearing portion of today's agenda.
Thank you, President Gallo, and good morning to members of the search committee as well as those in attendance from the university and the community. It's wonderful to see such a healthy and robust turnout. We have a very simple process that we will use to engage today's audience. The purpose is to learn more about your thoughts concerning important qualifications and/or priorities for the next president of the University of Louisiana at Lafayette. Individuals who wish to address the committee should complete a public comment card, white small card here that I'm holding, and hand it to those who are helping today. We have some nice students here from UL Lafayette in the red jackets that can collect those for you, so please let us know if you need any assistance with that. One at a time, I will call upon interested speakers to come forward to one of the two mics toward the front of the room. Speakers will have 2 minutes to express their views. With 30 seconds remaining, I will hold up a yellow card signifying that you will come to a close in about 30 seconds. And when I hold up the red card, we ask that you close as soon as possible. And this is to be respectful of the time of all of us in attendance today. Only those who have completed a comment card will be called upon. And currently, I have 13 cards that have been submitted, and I'll go ahead and begin calling individuals forward. The first person that I asked to address the committee is Dr. Gabriella Wilson, who is a current faculty member here at UL Lafayette. Dr. Wilson?
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for putting me first on the list. This is a big task. I wanted to thank all of you for being engaged so thoroughly in this very important task that we all have ahead of us. I also want to tell you that it's been only 1.5 years since I joined UL Lafayette, and you can sense my Louisiana accent, I guess. I'm Gabriella Wilson, and I serve as the director of Louisiana Center for Health Innovation, and also as a professor and endowed chair in the College of Nursing and Health Sciences. I joined UL, as I mentioned, 1.5 years ago, and this was a national search for finding the best candidate to take the leadership of the Center for Health Innovation and also 2 endowments in the College of Nursing. So it was a big task on that committee, and I feel honored to be here today. I wanted to share my perspective of someone who my entire career dedicated to advancement in education and research, but also someone who experienced, this is my 3rd presidential search that I'm experiencing. And I moved from Pennsylvania to Indiana to Texas to Louisiana, and I was involved in 3 R1 Tier 1 institutions. So my perspective comes from someone who does have a broad perspective on what is needed to have a successful leader, but also a leadership team after the president is selected. So what really drew me to UL Lafayette and Louisiana, you would probably be curious, is, and what makes me stay, given that we are experiencing these challenging times, is that strong sense of community. I speak French, so to me Lafayette was like my home. But also, I found people have shared purpose here, and they want to work together. And you don't see this type of community coming around big initiatives in bigger cities or larger universities. So for some of us who think R1 institutions are only big, large, 43,000 institutions like the one I experienced before coming here, this to me is something that allows me to do the things that I was never able to do before, because I do have the right people who are willing to move forward with initiatives when those are needed. And it's so easy to connect. So yes, UL Lafayette holds this unique responsibility as the only R1 institution in the UL system. But that means that our leadership must strengthen research and innovation, while also supporting access, teaching excellence, and workforce pathways that benefit not only this campus, but also our sister universities within the system and the entire state of Louisiana. So at the same time, we all know, it's not a secret, that financial recovery and accountability must remain central priorities, especially to this search. Our next president must lead with fiscal discipline, also transparency, and we've seen that in our current interim president, and responsible growth. So it's not just that we have to have financial stability, but how do we move forward with strategy and vision? We need to rebuild trust, because there are some people, including faculty, that might now think, where are we? If this is a challenging time, some of us might feel like I need to go elsewhere. And I am telling all of my colleagues, this is a place where we can all come together and really rebuild the trust that is so much needed. We also need to protect our core academic missions and ensure that every dollar that we invest in this institution serves the student and also the state. So from what I see nationally in higher education and from my experience here at the university, our next president must lead with both strategy and care for people, keeping education affordable, accessible, investing in our faculty and staff, and advancing research and innovation, making sure that our work translates in those real opportunities for students and have a real impact on the state of Louisiana. Now, I know that I'm not supposed to endorse any candidate. However, can I say a few words?
Well, you've exceeded your time, and if you have a few more seconds, if you don't mind. Thank you.
Maybe next time.
Thank you very much. And if everyone would please adhere to the 2-minute time frame, that would be much appreciated. If Dr. Henry Chu can please come to the microphone. Dr. Chu is a faculty member here at UL Lafayette.
Good morning, members of the Search Committee. I'm Dr. Henry Chu. I'm a member of the faculty, and I'm also the Executive Director of the Informatics Research Institute. UL Lafayette is at a historic crossroads. Having achieved R1 status, our next president cannot simply be a steward of the status quo. They must be a proven leader who can build UL Lafayette into a national R1 powerhouse while driving economic prosperity for Acadiana and all of Louisiana. We need someone who has already proven they can play at this level, someone who has built the infrastructure to reach R1 status, while ensuring that every dollar translates into institutional growth and capacity. The next president should have reach that extend beyond the campus gates. They should have a relentless record of success in economic development and industry collaboration, translating research to support state agencies and the private markets, ultimately benefiting the citizens of Louisiana. In addition to elite credentials, the next president should understand that a national R1 powerhouse is only as strong as the students that it produces. They should see research excellence as a catalyst for student success in an environment where undergraduate students and graduate students are mentored by pioneers, and they can gain hands-on experience in 21st century problem solving. By promoting service, accountability, and innovation during the past few weeks, for example, we are already ensuring that taking steps so that our students aren't just spectators of an R1 status. They should be the beneficiaries, the primary beneficiaries of that status. In the leadership profile, we are asked for a visionary who can partner with industry to revolutionize Louisiana's economy. We need someone who has administrative grit, make tough decisions, the academic pedigree, and a student success-centered heart to move us from R1 status to R1 excellence. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. The next individual that filled out a public comment card is E.G. T-Boy Hebert, who is an alumnus of the institution and a dear friend of ours as a former board member for the University of Louisiana system.
Just happy to see you.
I want to say hi to everybody. Go Cajuns. And I'm a Florida resident now. I'm coming back because I have a grandchild. And, of course, I live where my wife tells me to live, okay? So I came today, and I geared my meeting here today. I'm a former board member. I served 8 years, and Mr. Romero remembers it very well because I used to burn his ear on the telephone every day. How you doing, Mark?
Good.
I want to thank the board members for being here. It takes a lot of your time away from your families, your schedules. But it's a passion that people like you all have, and I want to thank everybody for being here. I'm a slow learner. I started out here in 1967, left in 69, and came back in 2009, and sat in class with kids and got a degree. Then I went on to UNO because it was in my backyard. I lived in Kenner and got a master's in toxicology, environmental science. So I have this research thing about me, and I'm always Googling. Martha's always saying, "What are you looking up now?" There's a gentleman here by the name of Dr. Ramesh Kaluru that in 2014 took over the research factor here. We're doing 60 million. He turned in 224 million last year. This man has a jet engine on his derriere, and when he leaves the office in the morning on Monday mornings, you can't keep up with him. But he's pointed and he has destinations he wants to achieve. This man has a passion for this institution. He called me one day with a job offering. I talked him out of it, of course. I tried to. He didn't go because he loves this place. Passion can overcome many obstacles. He got all 3 of his degrees here. His kids were born here. His kids, I think, are both in medical school at Tulane now. But this man turned the research department into a Carnegie One institution. Only 3% of all college universities attain that kudo. Enrollment is the financial foundation for any institution because it brings in the money. It's about 72%. Then you have state funding and money you can raise. But for every 100 students you enroll here, it's $1 million today, I think, Dr. Geller, am I correct? For every institution. He has a plan for increase. We lost almost 2,000 students here in the last 10 years. It's time. In this demographics had the greatest 10-year increase in population anywhere in the state. Okay? In this demographics, the Cajun culture, everybody that comes here loves it. Okay? So why not make the institution great again? We're in a timeline. We've dropped the baton in the race. The gentleman to pick up that baton is Dr. Kaluru. This man knows enrollment. He knows he has a plan for enrollment. He's going to bring in finance. Then he's going to expand the research center. That BSL 3 research center. By the way, Dr. Villiger, je parle français avec lui because I do speak French. Dr. Gabriel.
About 30 more seconds, please.
Okay, and he was hired by MD Anderson. Dr. Kaluru hired him. So what does Dr. Kaluru know about research? When you combine enrollment and research, you build a university. This man is the man for the job. I hope the board will strongly consider this, please, because we're in dire need of great leadership. That school across the basin is in trouble because we're coming on, and they know it. They don't like it. The good news is we can't stop it with good leadership. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Ms. Stephanie Manson, member of the community.
All right, good morning. As the selection committee launches the search process for a new university president, I came today on behalf of Our Lady of Lourdes to share our perspectives on the selection process and the qualifications of the best next president of the University of Lafayette, Louisiana Lafayette. Since my arrival at Lourdes as president in 2023, I quickly learned how relationships mean so much in this community. It's how leadership here collaborates across industries to build the best for our region. I've had the opportunity to work with several leaders on the University of Louisiana campus on a number of important partnerships and initiatives. Characteristics, there should be an affability and a person that never meets a stranger. We need a visionary with substantial energy and zeal for the university in which they represent. The leaders should draw people together for meaningful dialogue and have the strength to marshal talent at the table to create success. The next president should be strategic and sharp. They should understand how to generate momentum and harness innovation. I appreciate the university is in a moment of change and budget stewardship. Certainly, the selected president should be poised for this challenge. It is a gift that we have an interim president that possesses so many of these qualifications. Thank you for your consideration. Go Cajuns!
Thank you. Next, Dr. Mark Zappi, who's a member of faculty, an alumnus of the institution, and a member of Faculty Senate. And since you all can't see the cards, when there's about 30 minutes, I'll rudely say 30 seconds. Oh, okay. I have a Diet Coke can that can work for that.
Good morning,
Thank
everybody, and thank you for your service. Mark Zappi, faculty member. This is my 6th presidential search I've been through in my years of being in R1 institutions, so I'm beginning to take this personal. So hopefully y'all go out and hire us a good one, but I want to add to it. These are some comments that I've jotted down. I'm an engineer and I don't use a phone, so maybe I ought to get more modern, but these are my ideas of what we're looking for in a president. I think we need a strong leader with great vision and proven productive implementation of plans. Look, people, ideas are a dime a dozen. Implementation is where the rubber hits the road. So we need somebody that has proven they can implement difficult plans. I think it's paramount that they have to be student-oriented. They need to be a clear champion of both the faculty and the staff, along with a history of non-bias and fair leadership. They need to have had significant hands-on experience with research leadership to have achieved growth and expansion up into and within the R1 level. We have to maintain that. Must have proven hands-on skills at jobs creation at a significant scale, working with multiple industries. Must be familiar with economic development and how universities can effectively work with our economic development stakeholders to grow our economy. Must have had extensive and effective experience working with legislative bodies, both federal and state, and as a plus, if we can find somebody that has great experience working with today's Louisiana delegation, that would be awesome. We also need somebody with a strong record for working well with the office of the governor and also the state agencies. We need somebody that must appreciate and support college athletics. That's our gateway into the world and the community. Also must have had excellent financial resource and management skills. Folks, we must operate within our means. However, we can significantly grow our means with the right leadership and all of us working together.
30 seconds.
The candidate must have years of working within a large comprehensive research institution, but I think it's also important they've held tenure. Moving toward the end, I think a big plus would be the ideal candidate has had experience working with other Louisiana institutions. And finally, another plus would be the candidate has had experience working within state and federal agencies as within a leadership role, because those are big budgets and they're very similar to what we see at the universities. So with that, I'll end my comments. I wish all of you well. Go out, hire us a good one, and go Cajuns.
Thank you, Dr. Zappi. We have about 5 more comment cards filled out. Again, if you would like an opportunity to address the search committee, I'm still taking cards, so feel free to fill one out and give it to one of the young folks in the red jackets. The next day, and I guess it depends on where you are in the state, is either Todd Trahan or Todd Trahan from RCAF, if you don't mind coming up to the microphone.
Good morning. It's great to be here. Again, Todd Trahan. I'm graduated in 1984 from this fine university. Was a college tennis player here, and now I'm chairman of the Raging Cajun Athletic Foundation, and I'm supporting Dr. Collaroo for president of this fine university. I've been on the board of the RCAF for about 8 years now, and had a chance to really get to know Ramesh. I call him Ramesh because I consider him a friend. He is one of the most positive, passionate people I know about the university. Since he's been interim president, he's attended at least 2 of our board meetings, and he's shared his vision with us. And he also knows the importance that athletics plays in the marketing of the university, and also the economic impact athletics has on the community. So obviously we feel very strongly that he has played a key role in our R1 status. And so with that being said, that's why I'm supporting Dr. Collaroo for president. Thank you.
Thank you. Keith Credo, member of faculty here at UL Lafayette.
Members of the board, thank y'all for your service and your help with this. I'm Keith Credo. I'm in the College of Business, and I was having a discussion last semester with my MBA students. What I am is an organizational behaviorist and strategist. I've spent my career researching and considering how to help organizations overcome systemic cultural issues. And it's hard to look at the amount of surprise to find out about this last year without thinking there's something systemic. So we're hoping, as faculty, that fundamentally we can have in the next president someone willing to look for creative solutions to perhaps some of the systemic issues that we were facing. Fundamentally, this financial, almost existential threat to UL was caused by either perhaps a lack of checks and balances or some issues. This is a rhetorical question for the search committee. What ideas do you have in place to select a president willing to help us reduce some of the spending, the self-raises, the spending bloat that led to the situation we're in order to really protect faculty and staff jobs that we all know will benefit the students, to reduce the increases in student fees that we all know students don't want to see, and make our university healthy going forward. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Terrence Chamber, who's also a member of faculty.
My name's Terry Chambers. I'm a professor and endowed chair of mechanical engineering and the director of the Louisiana Regional Test Center for Emerging Solar Technologies. I heartily endorse everything that's been said already, so rather than repeat those words, I'd like to add a few more characteristics that I think would be helpful. When I came here in 1997, like Mr. Delhomme, we were a bidirectional regional university, and we have grown rapidly into a national powerhouse in the area of research. And I'm very much hoping that we'll have a president that will enable us to continue to grow and prosper rather than going backwards. I don't want to go back 1 inch. I want to go forward. That's one thing. Another thing is that I'm looking for a president who will recognize that it's the faculty who have to actually lead those research efforts, mentor our students, and that the faculty cannot do their job if they don't have the resources that they need to do their job, and that we can raise revenue for the university through recruiting and through research if we have the necessary resources to do so. So that's one of the things I'm looking for. Another thing is that I believe that there is a very close connection between the research mission and our undergraduate education. And so I'm looking for a candidate who understands how to merge the research mission with the undergraduate education mission, not treat them as separate issues. I believe they need to be merged. And with that, I'll thank you.
Thank you very much. The next individual, please forgive me, I think I have this, Natalia Sidorovsky, something or other, I apologize. Dr. Natalia, come on up.
Hello, I'm endowed professor of physics, and I have been at Yale 25 years. I came to talk to the committee, and thank you for giving me some time, because I think what is important for our university is to get the diverse pool of very qualified candidates. And this is a very high-profile position, and it will be very difficult for some people inside the university or outside the university to come forward and apply for the position just because, exposure and confidentiality. So usually such searches are conducted by executive firms which receive the initial list of the candidates. And those executive firms usually invite nominations for the position. So I encourage the committee to open that avenue for nominations of the potential candidates for the position. And I encourage the committee to consider those candidates, and if they're highly qualified, I encourage the committee to come forward to those candidates and invite the applications from them. I think it will be very important for our university. Another thing, I agree with my colleagues who already made comments that we want to stay our one research university, but we need a president who will lead us to be in sustained fashion to be our one university. It's still a question which remains about our budget tensions and why we arrived to our budget tensions. And it's for our VP for Finance to find out if we invested or overinvested as we move to our one status.
30 seconds.
And so that will be very important for us to have a president who leads the university in sustained fashion to be our one university, not at the expense of undergraduate education. As Terry said, we need to merge them. We need to provide our undergraduate students with the best education possible. And and also to rebuild our infrastructure and rebuild our research support to be our one university. We were doing very incremental steps in this direction up to this point, and so it will be important for us if we want to remain our one university. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments. The next individual, a member of the administration here at UL Lafayette, is Dr. Lisa Broussard.
Good morning, and thank you, Dr. Gallo and Chairman Romero and the Search Committee for allowing us this opportunity. I am Lisa Broussard. I have been here at the university for 35 years. I started when I was 10. No, just joking. But I've been serving in the role of the dean of the college for the last 3.5 years, and of course, I'm very, very proud of Representative Miller. As we look at this pivotal moment in the history of our university, of course, everybody knows, and we all agree, the importance of research and our R1 status, but also a very important role of our university is workforce development. And of course, my college plays a big part in that, but not only my college, the university. So I asked that the search committee, in looking at our next university president, look at their background and their history and their strength in the area of workforce development, a true understanding of what the needs of our state and our region are, because we know that our university plays a huge part in that. And I do want to say that I feel like Dr. Kalaru does have that very strong background. I work very closely with him on several projects in the area of workforce development, and he does have a good understanding. So I appreciate your time.
Thank you so much. And our last comment card that's been received today, again, coming once, twice, closing the auction out, is a member of the administration here at the institution, Brian Maggard.
Last but not least, right? Well, good morning, and thank you all in advance for the time and effort and energy you're putting into this search. It's certainly very critical and very important. As stated, my name's Brian Maggard. I've had the honor and privilege of serving as Vice President and Director of Athletics at this fine institution for the last 9 years. And I've also been afforded the opportunity to sit on the President's Council. Or President's Cabinet. And, I would echo most, if not all, of the previous statements made, so I'll keep this short. But in essence, there's no doubt we need a president, right, who will not only maintain but continue to grow our level of excellence in both academics and research. That goes without question, I believe. But we also need somebody, in my opinion, who has an extremely high motor, someone who is extremely passionate about this institution in particular, and really somebody who wants to be here, right? We don't need somebody who just wants to be a president. We need somebody who wants to be the next president at the University of Louisiana. We've got great opportunities ahead of us. There's no doubt about it. We need an individual who's very entrepreneurial in a mindset way. They do need to have the relationships, or at least the ability to have those relationships throughout our great state, particularly in Baton Rouge and with our legislature. We've got to have somebody who is very forward-thinking, but I would also tell you, I absolutely believe we need somebody with extremely high motor, somebody who is relentless in the pursuit of everything they do for this university, and somebody who absolutely wants to see this university thrive. Thank you.
I guess someone did not want you to be last but not least. Jane Fontenot, member of the staff, has a comment card filed.
Well, I'm here, but I'm not going to say what I wanted to say, so I'm going to readdress to meet your objectives and what y'all asked us not to do. So I am Jane Fontenot. I'm the director of New Iberia Research Center. We are a department of the university. We're kind of on the outside most times looking in. We've had major milestones, major hurdles, major successes. What we need in our president moving forward is to make sure they engage with our industry and regulatory collaborators to make sure we show strong institutional support. I just want to say formally that we as an institution right now are in a tremendous position for great success in the very near future. We have been on a trajectory. It's been our mission, our planning, to put us in a place for success for both the research center, the university, and the state of Louisiana. We're in a position now where we have breeding facilities where we can establish models, provide models on site without imports, without having to transport animals across the country. We have on-site expertise to do those studies, regulatory compliant. We're actually developing a high containment research facility that's going to allow us to do medical countermeasures for our armed forces. We're involved in a bioinnovation center to attract new inventors into our area. We're involved in a manufacturing. We have the vision moving forward to put all of us in a state of great success. I want to make sure that our next president realizes that, recognizes that, and remains as engaged as the current administration has been. Thank you.
Thank you. And one more card. Or so I've said a couple of cards ago. No, we appreciate all of the feedback and everyone attending today. Jerry Prejean, if you wouldn't mind coming to the microphone. Mr. Prejean is an alumnus of the institution and a member of the community.
Hey, good afternoon, folks. I assume this is working. Yes. Members of the search committee, my name is Jerry Prejean. I am Acadiana president for First Horizon Bank, and I was also the 2024 chair of One Acadiana. First Horizon is proud to be a long-standing supporter of the university, supporting both academics and athletics, and we are the official bank of the Raging Cajun Athletics. Most recently, we made a significant seven-figure donation towards the football stadium renovations and delivered a very aggressive financing package to help those improvements to bring those improvements to life. We invest where leadership turns vision into lasting impact. In Dr. Ramesh Kularu's example, we exactly see that kind of leadership. He pairs strategic vision with measurable execution and understands that the university's true success is reflected in student outcomes, research relevance, and regional prosperity. Through my work as chair of One Acadiana, I've witnessed his active engagement with the business community. Dr. Kularu brings genuine enthusiasm, solution-based advice, and especially around workforce development. And that has helped move and attract businesses to the Acadiana area. Dr. Kularu is a collaborative bridge builder across public and private sectors, and a careful steward of the resources. He listens, he convenes, he acts. His student-centered, data-informed approach translates research into real-world solutions, expands experiential learning, and equips graduates with high-demand careers, outcomes that benefits our clients, our communities, and a broader economy of Acadiana. The next president must navigate enrollment issues, advance research competitiveness, steward major capital projects, and deepen community trust. Dr. Kularu has the integrity, the vision, and the collaborative skills to meet those challenges head on. On behalf of First Horizon Bank, and as a neighbor deeply invested in the university's success, I'm honored to offer my strongest endorsement for Dr. Kularu for president of the university. And we look forward to continuing the partnership that elevates students, advances innovation, and strengthens this region that we proudly call home. Thank you for your time and consideration.
President Gallo, this concludes public comment for today. Thank you all that took the time out to be here with us and to share your feedback with the search committee. President Gallo.
Thank you, Dr. O'Rourke, and thank you to everyone who took the time to provide comments here. I know it's not always easy for those who don't do this for a living to stand at the microphone and make those comments. So thank you all for that. And for those who may have comments but did not feel comfortable coming up to the microphone, you certainly have the opportunity to submit written comments as well as going to our University of Louisiana System website, ulsystem.edu, to provide comments that way. Are there any comments from members of the committee? All right. We realize that everyone's time is valuable, and we certainly appreciate the fact that everyone took time to be here today. You chose to share your thoughts with the committee because you care about the future of this university, and you understand the connectivity between the university and this region. As with previous presidential searches, today's discussion has provided valuable insight. This information will help guide future conversations and will be shared with candidates who aspire to join this outstanding campus and this thriving community. We look forward to continuing our dialogue with you and selecting a great president for this great institution. I would now entertain a motion and second to adjourn. Moved by Ms. Shiva, seconded by Mr. Jackson. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. This committee is adjourned. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
So good to see you.